I'm Kevin Quinn, and I am STOL Drag.
Let's go flying. Boom!
I'm here at Reno. We are, for the first time in 26 years, in new class, STOL Drag. And so we're here with this crazy endeavor that we've put together, and we're racing airplanes at the biggest aviation show on the planet, Reno Air Races. I mean, this makes it legit. Oh, and I got two. Shows me as an official.
You are official.
I don't know if I'm a pilot because I got to run the damn thing. But man, we're so lucky to be here. We're racing literally at the largest aviation event in the world. How lucky are we? Oh man, what gave me the idea for STOL Drag? How do you take traditional STOL and make it cooler? Traditional STOL is already super cool. Everybody loves smoke, fire, loud music, noise, drag racing. Holy cow, can we drag race airplanes? How can we do that legitimately? Well, I'm sitting on the John, you know, my thinking tank, wondering what's going to happen. And wow, yeah, I think we can go side by side, head to head. We can't turn in the sky. How about we just go straight and level down, come to a complete stop on heading, just like we do as pilots, spin 180 and come all the way back head to head. Wow, there's a lot that goes into that. There's energy management, power management, spot landing, control of the airplane, a slip while maintaining good coordination. There's a lot. And so, man, oh man, what can we do to this? How about, you know, we're going to race airplanes, STOL Drag. So called a couple of my buddies, called you at the High Sierra Fly-In, and hey, let's make this happen. And next thing you know, we're racing airplanes, and we have our first ever world champion, Cory Robin, in the Wildebeest. And 5 years later, we're here at Reno racing airplanes at the largest aviation event on the planet. I think the idea, especially now this year, we've got AOPA that's come on as a sponsor. We've got some other great sponsors as well that are behind us, like Acme and Cubcrafters, Airframes Alaska, Dynavibe. I hope I didn't forget anybody, but man, we're so lucky with that. But the idea that STOL Drag really parlays into the masses. We're flying airplanes that these guys or the spectator themselves actually fly. They can relate to it. We're not flying these guys up in the sky doing acro and whatnot. A lot of these race planes are multi-million-dollar aircraft, old warbirds running around the track. And with STOL Drag, it's unique. We're flying Cessnas, we're flying Carbon Cubs, Super Cubs, Highlanders, Kit Foxes. These are aircraft that people, you, the viewer at home, the fans, they already fly these, and so they can relate to it. And then with that said, you know, being able to take the show on the road, having AOPA come on board with all of their fly-ins, where we can have an Atlantic, a Mid-Atlantic, a Midwest, Southeast, an Alaskan qualifier, so we can find who are the best STOL Drag pilots on the planet, literally. And we've got Tim Howes in the Australian contingent. We've got a European contingent that are doing STOL Drag now. And so, I mean, it's growing like wildfire. We really want to create it so that everybody can obtain it. Everybody has an opportunity to race STOL Drag. And the cool thing about STOL Drag is there's a whole lot of safety things that go into it to make you a better pilot. And that's really the big picture, what we're all about. Get out, train, fly, learn about power management, energy management, learn about a spot landing, learn about flying an aircraft in a straight line and a side slip to slow yourself down, so directional control. And so, you know, the vision mainstream is take it global, but also encourage the safety aspect, because whether you want to race or not, the safety aspect that goes into this is making all these guys better pilots. And so those that are at home wanting to practice for STOL Drag, the real reality is making them a safer pilot. Mainstream for wherever they want to go. Everybody should be slipping to a landing. Everybody should be able to come in and hit the 1,000-foot markers. Fly that airplane, spot landing, slip, power and energy management, learn how to brake while maintaining directional control. It's safety, which is the biggest thing, make you a better pilot. So STOL Drag going global, mainstream. It's available to everybody around the planet, and that's the big picture.
I'm Toby Ashley from Boise, Idaho. I spent a lot of time bush flying in Alaska in the summer months. Started flying about 21 years ago. I've got about 7,000 hours of tailwheel time in light aircraft, beavers and cubs, and my favorite is the Carbon Cub.
This is awesome. Toby Ashley got to the turn first, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be a close race again. It looks like Toby Ashley is taking the lead for the first time this week. It's been consistent with Steve Henry all weekend long. But here comes Toby Ashley in the straightaway. Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, this is crazy. I have not seen that this week yet. Who's going to get stopped first? I can't even tell. I'm freaking out. I got to get the mic over the sport class because they just dropped into the course. This is racing at its finest.
Whoa!
Number 2 qualifier, and we're looking for a good run today and then finish out the week with a win. It's a Carbon Cub EX2. I built it in my garage with my 2 buddies, and we had a good time building it. It was an easy, relatively easy build, and I've got nitrous oxide injected in the motor, and we're pushing about 300 horsepower.
Tell me about your profile picture.
Did a lot of moose hunting in Alaska and was able to get a really nice one a few years ago, and so we haul them out in our Carbon Cubs, and it's a good way to access Alaska that's so roadless and such a wild place. It works really well for all around seeing the country.
Hey guys, I'm Kyle Moses. We are at the Reno Air Racing, officially a Reno STOL Drag pilot. So first time this year, super excited about it. This is my airplane here. Spent a lot of time on it, rebuilding it a little bit. It came out as an actual airplane, but I rebuilt the firewall forward, put the gear on it, made the STOL. Just super excited to be here, super excited to play. Life is good.
Palmer versus Kyle Moses, and Kyle's got the lead, number 99 there. He has been a walk-up. He's the most rookie pilot here at STOL Drag, but he qualified surprisingly in the number 7 position. But Scott Palmer's got a little bit lighter aircraft. So Scott, over there on the turnaround to your air show right. Scott Palmer's on the ground first. Now what they have to do here is stop, completely stop, on heading, flip that aircraft around, and turn around and come and do it again. So Scott Palmer, oh wow, it's a mirror turnaround, Danny.
So performance-wise, it was actually a lot of fun. Ended up right kind of dead middle of the pack on all the qualifying races and everything. And so that's kind of my fastest time. I was consistently inconsistent, which for racing is never good, but you know, that's okay. It was fun coming out here and playing. So sometimes I was fast, sometimes I was slower. Next year we're going to come out. I've got a little tweaks and modifications, a little secret sauce to the airplane I'm going to do, and come out here and be a little faster next year. So that's the plan. I fly fake airplanes for money and real airplanes for fun. So that's,
awesome.
That's the fun fact of the day.
Hi, my name's Scott Palmer. I'm a Reno Air Racing STOL Drag pilot.
Here they come, Kyle Moses and Scott Palmer. They'll take off, keep that aircraft in ground effect. You'll see here that yellow checkered flag at the 1,000-foot mark. That's the midpoint in the race course, and most pilots will start their slow down there. So this is a fast, slow race. Scott Palmer's holding in the power. He looks like he's going for it. Scott Palmer's the lead contender here in this heat.
You know, I think that's another thing that's really cool about STOL Drags is I can have a little stock, basically stock Kit Fox that costs $30,000, and I can go race against these guys in really, really nice backcountry Carbon Cubs and guys in Cessna 180s, and all of our times are pretty close. I unfortunately spent most of the summer working as a crop duster as opposed to popping up my engine, so I feel a little bit undergunned, but still doing all right.
You're doing really good. Yeah, I think that crop dusting and skills paying off.
Yeah, with STOL Drag is pretty cool. Like, the horsepower isn't everything. It's a lot of pilotage. And
It's a fast, slow race.
it is fast, slow, and it takes a lot of airmanship, and that's what I like to do. So I come from a bit of a skydiving background and a high energy, high lifestyle background, and I always like to tell people that life's short, you should live hard.
So it takes them a little bit longer on the turnaround. Watch how short.
Good morning. My name is Beau Ellis. I drive the Cessna 180. It's STOL 80 here at Reno, having a ball with it. Absolutely thrilled to be here. It's pretty much a stock 180 other than a Sportsman STOL and a 520 up front. Doing my best to keep up with these guys. Every one of them are great. Badger too.
Differential. Oh, here's Beau in the turnaround. He got that first. You got to have that tail down. That's the definition of a complete stop. So Kyle lost a couple of seconds there on that because he stopped with his tail up. Got to touch that tail to complete the stop. Here we go. It's Beau on the return leg. I am just kidding. Watching the Cessna 180 compete against these highly modified experimentals. Beau is a Craftsman 180 driver. Here we go. And he looks like that's a clean stop for Beau. I'm waiting for the officials on the turnaround to hear about DQs. And, oh my gosh, Beau in the 180 came to a stop.
I kind of expected to be pretty much at the bottom of the pack, and I surprised myself and some of the other people around here. It's a big, heavy airplane. Takes a lot to get it going and a lot to stop, but holding on by my fingernails. I think for me, it's don't wreck. It feels great, you know. And I think a lot of people see this airplane and go, well, that's just pretty much a certified airplane. I can go and do this. And you can. All you got to do is show up and race. I have a little ranch just about 15 miles from here. It's a nice easy hop, probably why I got invited. I'm a nice local guy and it's an easy deal. I'll be around for High Sierra flying, come see us.
That is Kevin Quinn, the creator of STOL Drag. Here comes Trent Palmer and Butch. This is set to be a really exciting race. Kevin, Trent Palmer has about 300 pounds of weight advantage over Butch. But these guys are so evenly matched. I expect to see them make up a lot of time on that turnaround. Here's Trent Palmer. He's on the ground, bouncing to a nice bush plane stop. Butch is right behind him. Come to a complete stop so you don't DQ. Here we go. They're down and in the turn. Trent Palmer's a little bit ahead, maybe 2 seconds on Butch. Here we go. They're on the way back to the start.
I'm Butch Kingston from Caldwell, Idaho, number 16.
Awesome. Tell me about STOL Drag and how you got started into it.
Well, I showed up at High Sierra last year just with the intent to watch, and my good buddy Toby browbeat me into racing, and I happened to qualify, so here I am.
And you're at
Is really good at those short landings. Look at him, he's turning around already. Look at the dust, the excitement. Now, Blackbird's got a lot of work ahead of him to catch up, and Butch is staying there in the ground effect. He's got those big 35-inch tires just working for a living out there. He's at the midpoint. Watch him go into that V-beam slip, dump the flaps, get slowed down as quickly as possible. Holy cow, Blackbird's catching up though. It's going to be another close heat here at STOL Drag Reno. Oh, look at him bouncing in just like they do in the backcountry.
Give me some secrets for the newbies that are maybe wanting to get into it.
Well, for me, it's all about stopping short and fast in the turnaround. And we get a lot of practice in the backcountry doing that. So that's where most of my practices come from. Yep, out in the boonies, picking your mark, you know, in low, slow over a boulder, piece of sagebrush, getting stopped as quick as you can. So I've never flown a nose wheel before.
You've never flown a nose wheel airplane, ever?
Never.
That's a good one.
I bought an Aranca Champ without a license. My buddy kind of taught me to fly it, and here I am.
Oh, that's awesome. That's a good one.
Yeah.
This year, how's it going for you in the brackets? How are you doing against the other guys?
Oh, so. You know, I started out with some good times, and I've kind of struggled. I've had a few issues, but we're looking to come out today good. I'm in trouble against Toby, but should be fun with me and Trent later on.
Yeah.
So if you couldn't tell already, Kevin Quinn's out there starting the races, and here we go! The FX3, the newest that Cubcrafters has to offer versus the...
Hi, I'm Jeremy Young, racer 14 with Blackbird. It's an FX3 Carbon Cub, and we're here at the Reno Air Races racing, having a great time. Well, learned to fly. My grandfather was in aviation at an early age, and it's just been a family tradition. And we've that family tradition has blossomed into a passion that we just live and breathe aviation. We have a company called TAC Aero. We teach training flying, and we teach advanced backcountry and all different types of tailwheel training, whether it's in a biplane or a Cub.
So, how's your week going? Where are you in the standings? How you feel about your racing? What's going on this week with you?
I'm just having a really good time. It's such an honor to be here with some of the pilots we have here. Everybody's some of the best pilots that I know, and been doing okay. Been having a lot of fun flying, and first race here did well, won, and then the second one, the Hal beat me, and that's a good one to lose to. Hal's an amazing pilot. It's fun seeing one of the lightest airplanes here against one of the heavier airplanes here go head to head, and Hal's I've been having a blast. Today I raced against Beau in the 180, and if I could pick one person to race against here, that's someone I really wanted to race against. Beau is able to fly that 180 like no one I know. Oh, geez. So I struggle with the starting point, and then the midpoint, and then the return point. But that's about all the struggle I have really with the course, is just that part.
So pretty much the whole course.
the part that it's a continuing learning process. We're up here at, how high are we? Like 6,000 feet, almost 5,000. And density altitude's an issue. We have a little bit of a tailwind. We've got some gusts. It's flying. And when you're racing, there's always variables, and it really puts your skills to the test. I'm learning my slip and flare and dropping flaps as a technique that you have to be perfect on, and if you're not going to win.
All right, here we go. Now Trent Palmer's got a turbocharged super Kit Fox, I would say, against Brian Bowen in a 100 horsepower. Trent Palmer's pulling about 150. You can see him just getting way ahead.
Hey, we're here with Trent Palmer. He is our number 3 seed here at STOL Drag. What do you think of STOL Drag your first year here at Reno?
I think it's awesome. I had my doubts. So I was here from the start with the original discussions with the Reno Air Racing Association. And due to how narrow it is and being off camber and rough, and then we had very little like overrun distance, I was a little nervous, and especially with how rough it is. But that makes it so fun.
Yeah.
Now we're out here and it's like that bump on this east end in the whatever it is inside lane that'll jump you back into the air is so much fun, because if you land before it, you roll to the top, it stops you quicker, you turn around, you got a little like launch ramp. It's awesome.
Absolutely. Yeah. What went through your mind yesterday when you raced in front of the Reno crowd for the first time? The grandstands, the whole shoot match.
I don't know. I wasn't thinking about the crowd.
What were you thinking about?
I don't know.
Were you thinking about winning a race?
My camera wasn't working, and I was just so steaming that I'm like, I am blowing it so bad right now. And so that's all I was thinking. And my front view camera on my plane wasn't working for some reason. It's working as soon as I rebooted the master, but so the whole time I'm taxiing, I'm blind, so I'm doing zigzags, and these guys yell at me. Look is good. I need to see. But no, you know, we've done so much. I think High Sierra makes me more nervous because people are so close to the line, and there's so many people filming it right there on the line. Here, I was kind of like, you know, it's just the first day. There's not as many people. I think it's going to be a lot bigger today, and especially tomorrow.
How are you holding up in the Kit Fox?
Kit Fox does good.
Kit Fox does great.
It does good.
All the Kit Foxes are crushing it.
Yeah. The thing that we can do that the Cubs can't do, I can stay on the power longer and get slowed down quicker in the air. I don't know what it is aerodynamically, if you guys are just scared to slip hard, or if the Kit Fox can actually slip harder. But we come up to that, like I'll watch Toby even cuts it before me. I'm like way behind him. Catch him at the last second, slip harder, land, brake harder.
What's your theory? Is it weight? Is it airframe? What is it?
I don't know. I've not flown a Cub and tried to slip it that hard, so I don't know what it feels like, but I have tons of authority. I can slip a lot harder than I am. At High Sierra, I'd actually kick it in so hard there's a point that the tail kind of buffets, and that tells you, okay, back off a little bit.
Awesome.
I haven't done that out here. Oh, it is. It's Friday the 13th. My number's 13.
Boom.
Maybe it's my day.
It is your day.
It's got to be my day. All right, guys, I'm Trent Palmer. Watch me race at Reno.